Elena. Okay, I've got our recording going. Okay, so I've got our attendance question in the Zoom. So far, we've got some really good, like long-term things that people are looking forward to. So the question is, what is something in the future you are looking forward to? These are some great responses. A lot of them are to me, so I'm going to keep them private. But take a look at those that have been responded to for everyone to see. These are some we're getting to know each other well with these attendance questions. Awesome. I love that. When I was your age, I could not wait to drive. I was so excited about having a car. I remember that feeling. All right, I'm going to drop that one more time. All right, make sure that question is to everybody. What is something in the future you are looking forward to? So it can be something that's coming up soon, or it can be something that is kind of far into the future. Someone in first hour responded with, I'm looking forward to this class being over. So it could be that. It didn't make me feel great, but I know how that feels. All right, for those of you who have responded to the attendance question, I know you're here and I hope that you're ready to go. And so let's get ready to go by going to our Schoology course page. And then from there, go to our week 6 agenda. When you have gotten there and you are ready to go, let me know that you are ready to go. Let me know that you're ready to proceed. You're ready to learn. And I'm going to share my screen and I'll take us there. So I'm going to pull up our week 6 agenda, which is also on the 6th slide in our agenda. I'm going to talk a little bit about the week and then I'll talk about what we're going to do today. So this week on Friday, there is no school. There is no advisory. There's nothing. There's no independent learning, no school at all. Teachers have a professional development day, but students have nothing. So we've got to pack a lot into 4 days. Our summative assessment for Module 2 is going to be the week after MEA break. Next week is MEA break. We're already there. Isn't that crazy? And so we've got a lot of learning to pack into kind of a small amount of time, because I'm also starting to think about the end of term. The end of term is November 7th. So we've got to get pretty much all of our learnings in to the next couple of days before our Module 2 summative assessment, which is going to be the week after MEA break. And so today what we're going to do is we're going to continue on with our essential question, which is what differences can't be bridged? And we are going to continue answering that question with a poem that we're going to listen to today that is called Without Title. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we are going to focus on a short story called What of This Goldfish Would You Wish? Which is a fantastic story, but today we're going to get into this poem. So I'm going to click on our 3rd hour link to this poem, which also comes with an assignment slide deck that looks like this, that I am going to share a link to the slide deck, and it is going to force you to go into my document, but it won't be a document. Instead, it will be slides. And your slide 1 and my slide 1 are exactly the same. And I've got a question to get us going in the Zoom chat, which is, what kind of animal is this? So in slide 1, what kind of animal is this? I've got some good responses, and I'm really glad that I asked this because I thought so too. I wasn't sure, is it a bison or is it a buffalo? And those of you who responded with buffalo, you are right. It is a buffalo. And so my next question is, and it's okay if you want to Google the answer to this, is in some cultures, what does the buffalo symbolize? What does the buffalo symbolize? And it's okay if you would like to Google and just type into Google, what does the buffalo symbolize? And that will get you to the response. Or if you just want to, just kind of based off of what you know, got some great responses. I will summarize those responses, but I'm waiting for more responses to come in. There is a question in the Zoom chat, which is, what does the buffalo symbolize? We're looking at a photo of buffaloes that is shared on our screen, and then also in slide 1 of the slide deck assignment that we're on. Keep those responses coming. What does the buffalo symbolize? Okay, so when I look at what you guys have put in the Zoom chat, I've got strength, wisdom, bravery, freedom. It is a spirit animal, respect, the earth. I like yours, Mac. That's very silly. And Val says, like a god. And exactly. Oh, and Shireen just kind of copied and pasted directly from the internet. Abundance and manifestation. Yes. Yes. All right. So in the Native American culture, specifically, the buffalo symbolizes all of those things: strength, freedom. They're like a god. And in Native American cultures, when a buffalo is killed or was killed, they made a vow to use appropriately every single part of the buffalo. So they ate the meat, they used the skin for clothing, they took their horns and they made weapons or tools out of them. And so in many Native American cultures, the buffalo symbolizes life, and the buffalo symbolizes so much more. And so I really like how so many of you responded with strength and freedom and bravery. And today we're going to read a poem that is written by the daughter of a very important Native American chief. And I believe that poetry is meant to be listened to. And so on slide 2 of our slide deck, I have the genre of lyric poetry up. I'm going to read from this, and then I'm going to put a question in the Zoom chat that I think a lot of you will be maybe a little bit surprised to see. So the genre that we're going to be reading today, and it's just going to take us one day in order to do this, is lyric poetry. And lyric poetry expresses the speaker's thoughts and feelings. It implies rather than states the speaker's emotions. It is written in free verse without regular meter. and it uses the rhythm of natural speech to create its musical quality. And so, my question for you is, do you like rap music? Okay, so, I'm going to throw that question in the Zoom. You can respond with yes or I do. All right. Do you like rap music? Uh-huh. Most of us do. Rap music is a type of lyric poetry that uses the rhythm of natural speech to create its musical quality. And so, even if you don't like rap music, you probably find it to be kind of catchy. And you probably know some rap lyrics, maybe without even realizing that you do. And the reason why is because of its musical quality. And so, years and years and years ago, basically, cultures wrote rap music and used that rap music in order to tell their stories. And so, the poem that we're going to listen to today, I want you to think about it as almost like a form of early rap music. And we're going to listen to it. It is on slide 3. And when you click on slide 3, it pulls it up, and you can then click on, look around there somewhere. And I'm also going to share this with you as well in the Zoom chat, because when you open this up, it'll take you to the big poem, and then it will also take you to the NPR archive where this poem was read by the author, Diane Glancy. And so we're going to listen to this poem, and I want you to think about Diane Glancy as the speaker of this poem. Okay, so she's reading it aloud, but I also want you to think about her as being the author. And so she is the person who's speaking it, and she is speaking about her own personal experience. When you are ready to listen, put ready to listen in the Zoom chat. I'm going to play this poem for us. Whenever you're ready, let me know that you are ready to listen. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and play it. Sophia promises that she is going to be quiet. Here we go.
It's hard, without the buffalo, the shaman, the arrow. But my father went out each day to hunt as though he had them. He worked in the stockyards. All his life he brought us meat. No one marked his first kill. No one sang his buffalo song. Without a vision, he had migrated to the city and went to work in the packing house. When he brought home his horns and hides, my mother said, "Get rid of them." I remember the animal tracks of his car out the drive in snow and mud, the aerial on his old car waving like a bowstring. I remember the silence of his lost power, the red buffalo painted on his chest. Oh, I couldn't see it, but it was there, and in the night I heard his buffalo grunts like a snore.
Okay, so I'm going to pause it there, and I'm going to play it again. But this time when I play it, I want you to listen for one detail that jumps out at you. And when you think of that detail, I want you to put it in the Zoom chat. Okay, so I'm going to play it again. And this time I want you to listen for one detail that jumps out at you.
It's hard, without the buffalo, the shaman, the arrow. But my father went out each day to hunt as though he had them. He worked in the stockyards. All his life he brought us meat. No one marked his first kill. No one sang his buffalo song. Without a vision, he had migrated to the city and went to work in the packing house. When he brought home his horns and hides, my mother said, "Get rid of them." I remember the animal tracks of his car out the drive in snow and mud, the aerial on his old car waving like a bowstring. I remember the silence of his lost power, the red buffalo painted on his chest. Oh, I couldn't see it, but it was there, and in the night I heard his buffalo grunts like a snore.
So put that detail in the chat. What is the detail that jumped out to you? One right in front of you. If you need to look back at it as well, that's fine. Juan, that's mine too. I'm gonna share Juan's in the chat because that's the one that stands out to me as well. Oh, Nalatia, yes. The buffalo song. Without a vision, he had migrated to the city. Yes, I love that, Zachariah. No one sang his buffalo song. Does that mean no one appreciated him? Thank you guys for sharing. So now what you're going to do is you're going to get into a breakout room space. And in that space, I still have some added from first hour. In that space, I want you to talk about the details. But I also want for you to talk about the setting to which that detail belongs. Because when we look back at the poem, there are two different settings. One is about sort of the old-fashioned idea of what a Native American might experience. And another is a more modern idea of what a Native American experience who has been moved away from their homeland might experience, and how they may continue to try to, sort of bridge that difference. So I'm going to read slide 4 to you, and then I'll explain again what we're going to do in breakout rooms, and you'll have an opportunity to ask questions about what's going to happen in the breakout room. So we are going to analyze setting. The setting of a work of literature encompasses so much more than simply the time and place where the action occurs. In the poem we read, the interplay between two historical and cultural settings is crucial to the theme. The poem's present is in the late 20th century in a modern American city. The poem's past is in the father's previous Native American culture. The way the characters think of and react to these settings drives the choices that they make in their lives. We're going to continue to read without title, so you'll be able to go back to the text. Remember, it has been shared in the Zoom chat. And then I want you to use the chart on slide 5 to record evidence about the poem's historical and cultural settings. In particular, I want you to note how the speaker seems to feel about each of these settings. And I have one example already done for you. So when you get into your breakout room, I want you to share one of the details that came to you or one of the details that was put in the Zoom chat. And then I want you to address the setting to which that detail belongs. And then how did the speaker feel about it? So what tone did the speaker use that went towards that detail? So how does the speaker feel about that detail? So let me show you a little bit more what I mean about the example. So one of the examples is of the buffalo. And the setting to which it belongs is the Native American past, right? Like we don't see buffalo out on the prairie anymore. The speaker's tone about there no longer being buffalo or there being it being a part of her father's Native American past is sympathetic. She feels sorry for her father and she tries to understand what her father has experienced, has gone through. And so you're going to fill out this chart in your breakout room, and then you're going to submit it as an assignment. So everyone has this assignment, everyone is responsible for doing it, but you will complete it together in your breakout room. So before I put you in breakout rooms, what questions do you have for me? Go ahead, Angelina.
You said that you sent the chart in the chat, right? But I don't really see it.
Okay, I'll share it with you again. And remember, it's also in the agenda, so you can always find exactly what we're doing in the agenda. You can find it in our calendar. So if ever you're not able to find where something is or what we're doing, don't feel uncomfortable just kind of moving towards our Schoology page and going to where we need to be. Okay, so it's going to take you to your assignment and you're going to go to my document. Okay. Did you see that, Angelina? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm right here, and I just realized that it's the same as the previous one. My mistake.
That's okay. Oh, no, I'm so glad that you paused and you asked because now you know. Right, while you're thinking of any other questions that you might have, I'm going to go ahead and put you in to breakout rooms. Okay, the breakout rooms are now open. Go ahead and get in, and I will make an announcement about time and re-instruct what is going to happen once you're in that breakout room. All right, your breakout rooms are open. I'll see you there. Hello, breakout rooms. Please excuse the interruption. Now that you're in your breakout room, you will share one detail from the story. You will decide what is the setting. Where is that detail located? Is it in the Native American past or is it in the Native American present? And then from there, you will decide how is the speaker's tone? How does the speaker feel towards that detail? We're going to come together as a whole class in about 10 to 12 minutes. I'll see you in your breakout room. Please excuse my interruption. Breakout rooms. We're going to be coming back together in about 5 minutes to the whole group learning. Please be ready to share out one of the details that were discussed in your breakout room. See you in about 5 minutes. Here. There. Right. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. I know that your conversations in your breakout room were very productive. And so I'd like to summarize our conversations by asking for you to share one of the details that you discussed in the Zoom chat. Okay, everybody can share, or if you'd like to just kind of summarize what your group talked about, but please share one detail that you discussed in your breakout group, one detail that you put on your slide 5. Go ahead, Ishal.
I also said this earlier, but the one no one's saying is Buffalo Song. I think it was a line that was like trying to like put us in like the father's shoes. So that's why it kind of stood out to me. Like to feel a bit of sympathy for him too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or maybe even empathy too, because when you stand in someone's shoes, it's a certain type of sympathy that is maybe a little bit more like empathy.
Yeah.
I love that. Who else would like to share a detail? You can unmute yourself or you can share it in the Zoom. All right, thank you, Angelina. Okay, Angelina has shared the buffalo blood. Excellent. Okay. Cool. It. Okay, so if you'd like, feel free to take a screenshot of what we have shared together. If maybe you didn't get a chance to fill out the chart, or if you like what else is in the chart besides what you put there. When we go back to our agenda, our independent learning task is to complete this without title reading discussion, which is imagine being suddenly uprooted from your current life and moving to an unfamiliar place. Food, clothing, customs, and people all around you are different from what you're used to. What aspects of your current life mean the most to you? What would you fear losing because of this move? Okay, there is your discussion that is also shared with you in the Zoom chat, and that is going to be your homework for today. So please make sure that you submit your slide deck with your slide 5 completed and complete this discussion post as well. If you do not have any further questions or wonderings, please feel free to leave the Zoom, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great Monday. You're welcome. Have a good day. Okay, Brianna. So I saw your question in the Zoom chat. And Miss Rimmer, Brianna's question is that Brianna is looking for help with the summative assessment.
Oh, for sure. We can do that together, either here in a breakout room or I can open my Zoom.
Okay, thank you.
Sure thing. I will put let's see, I'll put my link in the chat. I think it's on the Schoology page too, but just in case. Um, all right. So if you want to go there, Brianna, then I will just meet you there and we'll get it taken care of, okay?
Okay, thank you guys.
All right, you bet.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.
Sophia heard you say class was done and she's
Yeah.
like, all right, now's my
Like,
time.
Let's go. I'm gonna start screaming.
Right? Hey, great timing. Perfect
Yes.
timing.
Thank you. Thank you for helping Brianna.
Thanks. See ya.
Bye-bye.